Not like Bruno Fernandes in terms of on the pitch. I don't think he's that good of a midfielder. I know that he puts up GA and everybody rates him because of that. But to me, my eye test does not lie. And what I see from him on a consistent basis is inconsistency, is a midfielder that can't control the ball, that always puts his teams in very peculiar situations because he makes too many mistakes. I just don't think Bruno is the guy that Man United need to be giving a new contract to, and I don't think that he's the guy that Man United need to be building around, because they've been building around him for the last few years. And what have Man United gotten from that? Mid. Yeah, they won the Carabao Cup, and then they won the FA Cup this season, but in terms of what the standards are at Manchester United, it's not been good. And I think Bruno plays a large part of that. Obviously, it's not all his fault. And I do think United are actually better with him out there. But according to all the reports, he's trying to get a new contract. He still has 2 years left on his current deal. He wants 3 more years. So he wants to be at United until he's about 35 years old. And he also wants to be one of the highest paid players at the club. And what Bruno Fernandes is doing is manipulation, because he's going out there and telling the media that I want to stay at United forever, or I'll stay until they don't want me. So he's already trying to preface it as if he leaves, it's the club's fault. But his agent is out there talking to other teams. So clearly they're weighing their options. And I see some people are mad that Bruno Fernandes' agent is out there talking to other teams, but that's not a problem if we're going to be honest. That's the agent's job, is to try and find the best deal for Bruno Fernandes. But what I don't like is how he's trying to gaslight people into making it seem like, yeah, I just want to stay at Man United no matter what. That's not true, bro. You want to stay at Man United on a new 3-year contract, right, to add on to your already 2 years, and you want to be the highest paid player at the club. Those are the conditions in which you'd want to stay at Man United. And because there's so much speculation going on about Bruno right now, he's been linked with the move to Bayern Munich and Barcelona. Now, I remember I was talking to Staffy and Zaire, and I promise you, I think Staffy was trying to gaslight us by thinking, or by saying, that Bruno Fernandes can go to Bayern Munich and be a good asset for them. Where would he play? You would really displace Jamal Musiala to fit Bruno Fernandes into your team? On top of that, how much money would he cost? Transfer Market has him valued at 70 million. How much would you pay for Bruno Fernandes? Because the guy's going to be 30 next season, and you're going to probably have to give him a 4 or 5 year deal, and he's going to want a big pay rise. Is he worth that kind of money? I don't think Bruno can play in a team that holds the ball, because that's not what Bruno does. He always likes to play chaotic. He's a sporadic player. Maybe he's not even a midfielder. Maybe if Bruno played as like a false 9, or even a number 9, or a center forward, let's just call him a center forward, then maybe he could do a lot better, because you don't really have to hold the ball like that up there. You just got to worry about putting the ball into the back of the net. But I don't see him going to Bayern. I can't see Vincent Kompany looking at his squad and saying, you know what we need for next season to try to win back the Bundesliga from Leverkusen, to go on and try to win the Champions League and win all the domestic cups in Germany? Yeah, give me Bruno Fernandes. I cannot see Vincent Kompany actually thinking that. As far as Barcelona are concerned, I don't think, and by the way, I don't think that Bruno starts for Bayern. No. Unless you play him in like a deeper role. But then how would that work? Because I'm not moving Musiala from the middle. And I know people were saying, oh, well, you could put Musiala on the left. Yeah, but then why would you drop Serge Gnabry or Kingsley Coman to fit in Bruno? I don't really understand that. So I can't see him going to Bayern, and then I can't see him going to Barcelona, mainly because they don't have the money, right? Everybody talks to me about how broke Barca are, but yet here they are, again, being linked to all these big-name players. And we'll talk about Barcelona a few more times throughout this stream. But I've already told you guys, I think Barca are lying. They are not as broke as they want us to believe. Yes, I think there are financial issues there, but I don't think it's as deep as what they're trying to make it out to be. I think that they just don't want to get fleeced. They don't want to pay high transfer fees for players. So they're going to say, yeah, we don't have that much money. Brother, Barcelona are one of the biggest clubs in the world. They generate hundreds of millions every single season through shirt sales, merchandise, ticket sales, sponsorships, ad revenue, all that. Barca make bread. On top of that, they just got a new Nike contract because you remember before there was talks about Barcelona were going to leave Nike and start making their own kits. And then Nike said, whoa, hold on now. Because Barca, again, big club, they make a lot of money from them. They gave them a 10-year deal worth what, like 150 million a season or something crazy like that. So now Barcelona also have the biggest kit sponsorship deal in the world. These guys are not that broke. They generate the most. Well, they're one of the clubs that generate the most money. Like Barca are definitely top 5 in income per season. So they may try to gaslight us and say they don't have the bread, right? Like, oh, we can't, we're in a financial crisis. Bro, I do not believe them. They were in a financial crisis and still somehow signed Rafinha, Lewandowski, Jules Koundé, and all these other players. Like, get the hell out of here. But I also don't think that Bruno can fit into Barcelona's system. Again, they want to hold the ball. I'm not saying that Bruno can't do it. I just have not seen him do it. Like, how can he play in a system like that where they slow down the game, pass back and forward, tiki-taka kind of football, right? Like, Bruno cannot play in that. Like, Bruno needs to play in a team that's suited just like how Man United play. On the counter, and they're just trying to play hero ball. That's what he does. And also, does Bruno get into Barca's midfield? Let's think about it. Frankie de Jong, Pedri, and then Gundo. Does Bruno get in there? Again, people, I'm not saying that he's trash. I just do not like him as a footballer. I don't like watching him. I think it's just terrible. For me, a midfielder that can't hold the ball and that always puts his teams in bad situations because of his lack of ability making, or that's not the right word. His lack of I'm drawing a blank here. Bruno's lack. You guys know what I'm trying to say, right? Like, his decision making is just not there. Loses the ball. Next thing you know, Man United are put underneath a lot of pressure because he lost the ball in the middle of the park. That's usually where games are won and lost. I'm not going to even try to think of the word that I said. But, I mean, look. The links are there. And if I'm Man United, I would look to cash in on him. I don't know if anybody would buy him. I don't know if anybody would want to spend serious money on him. I see that he's also linked with the move to Saudi Arabia as well. Maybe Al Nassr. He could link up with Cristiano Ronaldo. But, yeah, Bruno for me is just not the guy. But let me know what you guys think about Bruno Fernandes. Bayern Munich or Barcelona? What would be a better fit for you? I think it's going to be hard to get rid of him,